Welcome to the Hellfire Book Club, where nightmares take flight and the mundane becomes macabre. I'm your host, Ignis Blackwood, and today we're delving into the dark and twisted world of If It Bleeds by Stephen King, a collection of stories that will leave you breathless. A relentless exploration of the human condition and the monstrous forces that shape our lives. If It Bleeds isn't just a collection of stories. It's a deep dive into the shadowy corners of the human experience, where the ordinary collides with the extraordinary in ways that are as disturbing as they are compelling. King doesn't hold back. He pulls you into a world where the lines between reality and nightmare blur, leaving you questioning not just the characters' decisions, but your own perceptions of what lies beneath the surface of everyday life. Let's meet the main characters. Holly Gibney is the standout protagonist in the novella If It Bleeds, a recurring character from King's earlier works, Mr. Mercedes series and The Outsider. Holly is a private investigator with a quiet resilience and sharp intellect. She is a character who has evolved significantly over the course of King's novels, transforming from a socially awkward and anxious woman into a determined and resourceful investigator. In If It Bleeds, Holly confronts a chilling new threat that tests both her courage and her investigative skills. Her character embodies strength through adversity, making her one of King's most compelling modern heroines. Craig is the young protagonist of Mr. Harrigan's Phone, a novella in the collection. As a boy who befriends the elderly and wealthy Mr. Harrigan, Craig is depicted as kind-hearted and curious. After Mr. Harrigan's death, Craig's innocence is challenged as he grapples with the supernatural events surrounding a phone that was buried with his late friend. Craig's character explores the themes of loss, the morality of power, and the eerie connection between the living and the dead. Drew Larson is the central character in Rat, a struggling writer who retreats to an isolated cabin in the woods to complete his novel. Drew's character is a tragic exploration of ambition and desperation. When faced with writer's block and the looming threat of failure, Drew makes a Faustian bargain that leads him down a dark and dangerous path. His internal conflict and the lengths he goes to for success highlight the destructive potential of unchecked ambition. Chuck Krantz is the focus of The Life of Chuck, a novella told in reverse chronological order. Chuck is an ordinary man whose life is revealed in 3 distinct acts, each shedding light on different aspects of his existence. His character serves as a vessel for King to explore themes of life, memory, and the impact one person can have on the world. Chuck's journey is both surreal and deeply human, offering readers a contemplative look at what it means to live and to leave a legacy. These characters, each dealing with their own unique struggles and supernatural challenges, are central to the thematic depth and emotional resonance of their own stories. The centerpiece of the collection is the titular novella, If It Bleeds. This story brings back Holly Gibney, a character King fans will recognize from The Outsider and the Mr. Mercedes series. Holly is on the trail of a news reporter who might be more than he seems, a creature feeding off tragedy and despair. King expertly builds tension, keeping you on the edge of your seat as Holly uncovers the horrifying truth. But the real horror? It's not just in the creature she's hunting. It's in the darkness that lurks within every headline, every piece of news we consume. King uses this story to explore the media's role in our lives and the way it can manipulate our fears and desires. The collection also features Mr. Harrigan's Phone, a tale that mixes nostalgia with the supernatural. Here, King taps into the deep, unsettling undercurrents of technology and how it alters our relationships, even after death. The story centers on a young boy, Craig, who forms a bond with an elderly billionaire, Mr. Harrigan. After Harrigan's death, Craig discovers that their connection isn't severed as easily as he thought, thanks to an old iPhone buried with the old man. King weaves a tale that is both chilling and reflective, probing the idea that the dead aren't always gone, and the things we leave behind might hold more power than we realize. And let's not forget Rat, a story that drips with existential dread. Drew Larson, a struggling writer, makes a Faustian bargain with a rat while trying to complete his novel. King uses this story to explore the dark side of ambition, the sacrifices we're willing to make for success, and the personal hells we create in the process. The rat, like a devil on Drew's shoulder, is a haunting reminder that sometimes the worst monsters are the ones we create ourselves. In the life of Chuck, King gives us a story that's as perplexing as it is poignant. Told in 3 acts, the narrative works backward, unraveling the life of a man named Charles Krantz in reverse, from his death during a worldwide catastrophe to his childhood. It's a meditation on life, memory, and the marks we leave on the world, often unknowingly. King's exploration of the human condition here is nuanced and rich, a stark contrast to the more visceral horror found in the other stories. But let's not forget to look at the flaws. King, for all his mastery, sometimes leans too heavily on familiar tropes. In If It Bleeds, you might find echoes of past works, and some readers may feel a sense of déjà vu. Yet, this isn't necessarily a drawback. It's King's way of weaving a larger tapestry, connecting his universe in subtle, sometimes chilling ways. And while some stories might slow down the pace, the collection as a whole remains a testament to King's enduring ability to captivate, terrify, and make you think long after you've turned the last page. If It Bleeds is more than just a horror collection. It's a journey into the darkest corners of human nature, where King's characters confront not just monsters, but the fears that live inside us all. Whether you're a seasoned King aficionado or a newcomer to his work, this collection will keep you up at night, questioning the boundaries between the seen and the unseen, the living and the dead. Thanks for tuning in to the Hellfire Book Club. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment or send us your feedback. And if you have any book suggestions for future episodes, let us know. Your support helps us bring you more intriguing content. Until next time, keep enjoying the stories that challenge your imagination, test your bravery, and keep you on the edge of your seat.